So second tip of the day, second secret is hormones. Okay, now a lot of females come to me about this, but also males have issues with hormones. But the three glands and organ that I'm worried about are the adrenal glands, the thyroid, and the pancreas. So I kind of just talked about the pancreas. It releases the insulin and the glucagon, very important. But how about the adrenals? Okay, does anybody know about cortisol? Have anybody heard about cortisol before? It's that stress hormone that's released anytime we're under stress. Okay, it can be external stressors like a spouse, job, paying bills, not paying bills. Those are external stressors. I think we're all aware of those. Okay, but how about the internal stressors? This is where I come in. Being a functional diagnostic nutritionist, I use few labs that can pinpoint where there's internal stressors are coming from. Is it a parasite? Is it an overgrowth of bacteria? Is it a yeast infection? Is it a food sensitivity? Knowing these, I mean, I bet you 85% of the females that come to me have a high level of yeast. Okay, if you have a high level of yeast, you're not going to be able to lose weight. You're going to be constipated, you're going to have hives, you're going to have allergies, you're going to have itching. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. So I deal with those things. So the adrenal glands, anytime they're under stress, they release that hormone cortisol. Okay? Cortisol is that hormone that suppresses the immune system and suppresses digestion. So we want to eliminate stress. Now we all have stress, you know, we're going to do it, but how do we manage that stress is going to be that much more important. Okay? So just knowing what those internal stressors are, can't stress that enough, is very important. Now the thyroid. The thyroid is your thermostat of your body. Okay? A good way to know, I'm sure some of you have gotten your thyroid checked, your T4, your T3s, you've probably heard about those terms before. A great way, a preliminary test to do is take your temperature underneath your armpit. This pug is crazy. It's like, what? Take your temperature underneath your armpit for a whole week, right when you wake up in the morning, okay? It should be 97.6 or higher. If it's lower than that, you may have a suppressed thyroid. You may ask, well, how can I have a suppressed thyroid? Well, there's two foods, gluten and soy, that suppress the thyroid. So if you're consuming a lot of soy products, if you're consuming a lot of wheat products, these could be hindrances in your weight loss, and you could be suppressing your thyroid. So that's your metabolism, right? Your thyroid. I mean, you got to understand, it's like if you're not functioning properly, if you're not creating enough heat, enough metabolism in your body, weight loss is going to be definitely hindered. Okay? The next one I just talked about is the pancreas. You got to know how to eat frequent, small meals, balanced protein, balanced carbs, and fat. So many people think fat is a bad word. Fat is not a bad word. Fat feeds the brain. It feeds your hormones. It's so beneficial. Coconut oil, that's one of the ones that I promote for everybody. If you've never consumed coconut oil, or if you kind of like, it is amazing to cook with. It doesn't get altered when it's heated to a high temperature. It helps. It's an antifungal, antimicrobial, antiparasitic. It is one of those superfoods that is just getting notoriety. It also helps with Alzheimer's. Okay, there's studies that are proving that coconut oil, because it's a medium chain triglyceride, which feeds the brain directly. It's amazing. If you guys ever want any of this information, I got it all on my internet and all these websites saved. So just to give you a little bit of information, okay?